What's happening, Munchers? My name is Har.
I'm Shreyas.
Welcome back to Muncher Movie Awards, or better known as
Munchys.
What are we doing today, Bhatia?
We're doing best homage or plagiarism. I don't know, fine line between the two.
Yeah, we're doing best homages of 2019 from all movies, and obviously some movies do qualify as plagiarism as well, because this is how the industry works, man. All right.
Yeah.
You either do homages or you copy shit.
Yeah. To the point that some directors are copying themselves.
Yeah, which is quite genius actually.
Right.
So let's just get into this list. This is something that is not covered by the Academy Awards and something that we really liked throughout this entire pattern of people paying homages to different old movies, their own movies. You know, a lot of stuff going on. So let's just get into this.
Yeah. Before we get into our nominations, obviously there are some that didn't quite make the cut but deserve a mention. Scorsese himself.
Of course.
A movie that I'm not a big fan of, Irishman, versus something that he made.
But it's still been nominated for 10, 11 Academy Awards.
Yeah, by the Academy.
So that's saying something, and clearly he doesn't hold their word
in high regard.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and
but yet the tracking shot, the intro tracking shot is very similar to the tracking shot in Goodfellas.
Yeah.
It's just that both the scenes are in such different
contrast.
light. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Where the scene in Goodfellas kind of emphasizes on how badass gangsters are, how everybody loves them, how they're well known, everybody appreciating them. And here it's about this guy and he's just sitting alone,
worn and torn.
Yeah, exactly. So itself and Irishman overall, I think a lot of people loved the movie. I saw it in bits and pieces because it was too long.
Exactly.
And I might have to really sit through it again to go through it. But I think I'll do that. But yeah, all in all, the entire tracking shot was really done well.
Fair.
With that, let's continue our nominations and get to number one. Let us tell you that these nominations are in no particular order. So yeah, let's just get into the first one.
Yeah, continuing on the Scorsese train, we have Joker, DC's breakout standout star, Joaquin Phoenix. Oh my god, so apparently Scorsese was involved in the production somewhere or the other, maybe even to direct it, but sort of gave up, somewhere in the middle, and then Todd Phillips came and helped this.
And Todd Phillips, as soon as he helped in the final product, you can just see it's just such a massive homage to all the movies that Scorsese done.
Absolutely.
Particularly Taxi Driver and
King of Comedy.
The movie's done, the way it's helmed, the way it's shot, the way the story progresses. There's just so many elements that have been taken from these movies. And I think Todd Phillips does a really good job of, kind of, I wouldn't say plagiarizing him, but just paying
due respect.
Exactly, respect to such a great director.
Correct, and it's so cool the way he's used Robert De Niro, who in King of Comedy is obsessed. He's a stalker. It's a lot to do with the talk show, and he actually kidnaps the host so that he can be on the show.
And here he is
the host already.
Absolutely.
And Joker, Joaquin Phoenix, is that stalkery, creepy, wants to be on the show kind of thing. So that was a nice little sort of play, nice little twist. So yeah, Todd Phillips, you have my respect, despite Hangover.
Absolutely.
Nomination number 2, this is another potential great like Scorsese. We have Quentin Tarantino paying homage to himself. Yeah, so this is once upon a time.
Paying homage to himself, paying homage to an actual director.
Yeah,
is what you mean.
Yeah, it's so cool. Like, there are like multiple dimensions.
What are we talking about?
Yeah, so in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, when Leonardo DiCaprio is doing his spaghetti westerns in Italy, it's, you'll notice, freeze frame right here, there's a director, Antonio Margheriti.
Right.
Now we go back many years. Inglourious Basterds, one of my favorite Quentin Tarantino movies.
Man, what a blast!
Yeah, when these guys are posing as crew members from the Italian cinema, the Bear Jew, Eli Roth, he's Antonio Margheriti, and he has to keep on doing it again and again. Yeah, because the Jew hunter just wants to hear the music. And for Quentin Tarantino to do this in reverse
and have a throwback to that, it's amazing. And then you finally understand that actually Antonio Margheriti is an actual Italian director. So that in itself is just genius. Absolutely. And I think only Quentin Tarantino as a director could pull something like that or something that meta, but just so Quentin Tarantino itself.
Absolutely.
Nomination number 3, we are getting into some superhero territory. Once again, being cinephiles and geeks ourselves. Brightburn flipped Superman on its head and showed us an origin story of a villain, and it did so with so much charm and so much charisma. The kid in itself, this is a kid who lands, in Kansas. They can't obviously name it Metropolis, obviously. They say Kansas again. And this is another, a couple, they're farmers, they pick him up, they grow him, they raise him, and then shit just hits the fan.
Yeah, I mean, Superman as a kid can be scary, huh? And
Absolutely.
this movie kind of captured it.
And this movie has James Gunn in the producer chair. So obviously, every time James Gunn is involved in a movie, you know there's going to be a lot of things that you are going to like. There are probably going to be some things that you might not like. But all in all, it's a very enjoyable movie, and it really turns the entire superhero genre on its head.
Right, and not just Superman. We have post credits with Wonder Woman, Aquaman. Like
they're all teased. I think they're doing an Evil Justice League, which will be a massive homage to the entire superhero genre.
Right.
But with a spin.
Right. Nomination number 4 comes in Polar. Now, I'm a huge fan of Polar. John Wick, not so much. Why I mention John Wick is because despite Polar having its supposed source material, it's a web comic and stuff like that, there is so much of similarity in the way it's shot, the way the protagonist,
the
action,
is set up, the style, the way how he's a legend in the world.
Assassin,
exactly. So there's obviously a lot of similarities there, Polar and John Wick. And how can you not like the John Wick movies, man? They're the beast, all of them.
Probably because they didn't have Mads Mikkelsen doing his thing, and I don't know. Yeah, I just love the way the movie's shot. You can sense a sort of comic booky tone.
Right.
But just I think it's the timing of it. The time that it was released on Netflix, John Wick was already this huge, massive sort of thing. So yeah, it's extremely similar. We've covered it in our previous videos with previous nominations as well.
It almost, dips his toe into the plagiarism territory there.
I know.
And then still makes Polar a good movie in itself. Like,
exactly.
It's a good watch.
Right. Nomination number 5, this is the last one. Spider-Man Far From Home, after Avengers Endgame. Peter Parker doing his thing, paying homage to none other than Tony Stark.
The great Iron Man, especially from the first movie. This is when Iron Man is kind of creating his own suit for the first time with the amazing music behind. And this scene, man, like this came right after Avengers Endgame. This is when Tony had died, and to continue off his legacy like that and have Spider-Man pick it up, I think it was an amazing moment.
Absolutely, man. I mean, Peter Parker, Spider-Man is down and out. He needs Happy to pick him up, and then he has this sort of moment of redemption.
And that scene in particular, when he puts his hand and he's creating that suit.
I mean, you could tell with the music when Happy's like, oh, I'm gonna, put the music, you do your thing, and I'm like, oh my god, where's Tony Stark? So it was so freaking cool for them to do that, and Far From Home is not one of my favorite movies, but that scene really did for me.
Absolutely, I think definitely deserves a nomination for that. So that wraps up our nominees for Best of March 2019.
Yes.
We had 5 of them. Do let us know if there are any that we missed out in the comments below.
We missed a few.
I'm sure we have.
Yeah, 1917, the whole freaking movie, and Alexander Inarritu's style.
That might be a little... I don't know, might be a stretch, but you can kind of put it into
what about Hobbs and Shaw Transformers? The bike, bro. Oh my god.
Then Black Superman.
Oh yeah, that too. So we could do this all day.
All day then, absolutely. But those are our 5 top favorite picks.
Yes.
Do let us know what you guys think, who you think should be a clear winner from this entire list of these nominees. And let us know if we missed out something in the comments below. So as usual, let's wrap this video up. Like, share, subscribe, guys. A lot more content coming your way really soon.
More nominations,
Absolutely, more videos coming up. And the final video where we announce all the winners Feb 10th. So stay tuned for that, and be back for more, guys. What was the Star Wars last one?
Rise of Skywalker.
Well done.
That's how good it was. Why didn't that make the cut though?
Because it was really bad and
it was
sad.
A massive homage to the
whole series.
The third movie, Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, but I don't care, so that's why I didn't
Return
make
of
it.
the Jedi, not Empire Strikes Back.
Really?
The third movie is Return of the Jedi.
I don't even know which one.